Hello and welcome, viewers. In a time of tight competition, trendsetters and influencers, it is not a small feat to make your mark with a difference. This is Pragya Bakshi Sharma and I am being joined by one such personality who has taken the internet by storm. 11-year-old Maya Neelakantan is first rocked the floor at America's Got Talent, and now her audition tapes have gone viral on social media. Her performance got every single person in the audience rocking to the strings of her Gibson guitar. Simon Cowell gave her the moniker the Rock Goddess. Maya, welcome to Republic. How are you?
I'm doing really great. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Maya, your video was shared by Anand Mahindra and by many others across social media platforms. And ever since Simon complimented you as the Rock Goddess, that name has stuck with you everywhere you go. So how are you taking it all in?
Well, it's really a lot. While I was on stage and I heard him say that, there was so much going on at that time, it was hard to process. But now everybody calling me a rock goddess, I'm so happy about it. So that's kind of like my new name.
I'm really curious, Maya, and so are the viewers, that how and why did you choose America's Got Talent? It's really a moment of pride for us that a girl who hails from the East has become a rock guitar sensation in the West. Is that what you were aiming for, or did it happen by chance?
Actually, AGT had invited me to come play for them. So they asked me if I would like to come for their competition. So I thought, why not? And then I went. And I'm actually really glad that they called because I wasn't really thinking about auditioning. And something that I want to achieve from AGT is to introduce many people, even from overseas, about Carnatic music. Because when most people overseas listen to Carnatic music, they'll think it's something related to Bollywood. But now, because of AGT, I can introduce them to what Carnatic music really is. So that's something really great that I want to get from AGT, and I'm so happy that I did.
What made you choose Papa Roach's Last Resort? And I believe that you combined it with a rag from Carnatic music. Please share a little more about that.
Yes, well, I was having a lot of meetings with the music producers about what song to do. So they gave like a list of like 3 songs. And then I actually chose Last Resort because I really like that song. And that's the first song that I learned in the guitar that was in the tuning of drop D. And so I was playing that song when I was like less than 8 years old, I think. So I thought Last Resort would be a really great option. And I wanted to merge that with the Carnatic music. And then I found out that both of them can go really well together. So then I started working on Last Resort.
Maya, this is the result of how many years of training? Because your skill is a combination of Carnatic and Western music, and both are very intense art forms in their own right. For how many years have you been training, and how many hours did you spend every day to train?
Yes, well, I actually first started playing guitar when I was 6 years old. So it has started a long time ago. And from that, my appa used to play a lot of Carnatic music. I used to hear it a lot. And also a lot of heavy metal music in the car too. I really liked heavy metal because of how energetic it was. So then at 6 years old, I started learning that on the guitar. So I really, really enjoyed it. And I didn't do the traditional way of going to guitar classes, but I actually started by learning my most favorite songs and then kept going to harder and harder songs from there. And when I was 8 years old, I discovered the band Tool, which was like a fully different musical genre of its own. And I was feeling like there was something missing. I felt like there was something missing. And ever since I was like 2 years old, I also really enjoyed Carnatic music too. But I always thought Carnatic music was done in vocals because that's how everybody does it. And I was just thinking that it would be really, really cool if you could do something like that on a guitar. And then I saw a video of Guitar Prasanna playing Carnatic on a guitar, and I was like, yes, this can. So I've actually been learning from him for 2 years now. So that's I've been practicing Carnatic for a very long time. So that's how I got to all of this.
Maya, I have watched your audition tape I don't know how many times, and I was just wishing that it doesn't end. I just wanted the song, the performance to go on and on. The way that you slide your fingers on the guitar, it's amazing. I mean, it takes, I think, a lot of experience to be able to do that, pull that off. So how many hours did you put in a day to train and to achieve that smoothness when you hold the strings?
Well, Carnatic music is really, really difficult. Usually, overall, when I play guitar, I try to do for 6 or more hours a day. But if I'm practicing Carnatic for 6 hours straight, that's pretty hard because of the slides. I usually cut my fingers if I'm practicing that for too long. But still, I used to practice for a long time. So sometimes, yes, 6 hours a day, if not at least 3 hours of Carnatic, especially. And I try to do guitar every single day because if I just miss for one day, I feel like I'm missing out on so much and I haven't played guitar in a very long time. So usually at least 3 hours a day of is just Carnatic, and I only have classes of half an hour a week. So the rest of the time I'm practicing my skills on that.
That's brilliant, Maya. And how has the tour in the US been? I saw that you met some great rock musicians. How has the experience been like?
Oh, it's really like a dream come true because I am meeting everybody who had first inspired me to play guitar. So, like, and not only that, each one of them had taught me so many new things too. And I could learn so much from them. And now, once I've come back from the US, I think I'm playing a lot more better than I had gone into the US. So I'm so happy that I got the chance to meet all of these legends. And I know that not many people can do that too, so I'm very grateful.
So if you had to choose just one, rock artists who you could perform with from the West, who would that be? And the same question for a rock artist from India.
Oh, really? That's impossible to answer because I do not have only one to do. If I can end up performing with all of them, if it comes to that, that would just really be amazing. So I don't have one favorite specific artist. I have many.
Oh, wow, that's nice. And any Indian artist in Carnatic music that you would like to perform with? Or that we can, perhaps see in the future, see you in the future performing with?
Okay. So I definitely want to perform with my teacher, Guitar Prasanna, if I can in some Carnatic festival here.
Oh, that's really sweet. I think that would be your Guru Dakshina. Would it be right to say that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. Maya, traditional belief in music, I'm a music fan myself of both Western and Hindustani classical, and there is a belief somewhere in the more traditional section of the music industry that you should let the originality of the music remain, you should not change it much, and you should follow the rules as such. What is your take on that? I would really like to get your opinion. I would like to know how the young India thinks about traditional cultural aspects of our society, like music forms.
Well, something that I always really love about Carnatic music is how much improv you can do in it, because you can add like full alabane, kalpana swaram, neraval. You can add so much to it with the song itself, and all of it overall can actually be really, really beautiful. So something that I really love doing is improvising on songs. So I actually have been working on a few. Some of the Carnatic songs that I do know, I try to improvise them by doing an alabane or try to do some kalpana swaram or my own narrative with it. So I really, really love in Carnatic music how you can improvise the song and make it even more beautiful.
I saw the reaction of the audiences at America's Got Talent, and when they were listening to the initial strings, you know, which was Carnatic music, they were a little confused. They seemed slightly confused, and then when you hit the rock strings, they were like, "Oh, okay, this is what it is." So, do you plan to introduce them to Carnatic more?
Yes, of course. That's something really big that I really want to get out of AGT. And I'm very happy now, like many people are just using the word Carnatic normally in the US. And that makes me really happy because Carnatic music is very ancient. It has always been here in India for hundreds of years. But if I can introduce many people in the US about it too and just overseas, that really means so much for me. So yes, I really want to get that out of AGT.
And I can see this this combination of two music forms in the way you dress up also. That day at your audition, you were wearing a lehenga, right? And who was styling you? Whose idea was it? Because it was brilliant.
Oh, my amma. She always helps me with the dressing up and full makeup and hair and everything. And I knew what I wanted to do because in the future, I want to create my own music as a mix of all of these. So even before I even thought about Last Resort, I had an idea of what I want to do and what I can try for AGT. So yes, I thought if I can wear full traditional, it would be very nice. So my amma fully set it all up for me.
That's sweet. That's really sweet. Maya, what is the plan going forward at AGT? I mean, if you can share, you know, an idea of how we are going to see you at the show, at the program, what is expected ahead?
Well, for what's next for AGT, I cannot say if they've confirmed it yet until they officially announce it.
Right. I've also read reports and I saw your performances. I saw your YouTube channel. This was your first stage performance, was it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and how are you feeling? And how come this was your first stage performance? I mean, was it planned? Was this your plan, or did you just held back so far and, you know, were just waiting for the right moment?
Well, this actually was not planned at all because they just invited us.
Right.
So right now, like before, I was just continuing what I was doing, learning and playing and improving my technique. And I haven't much thought about going live yet, but it was fully different playing on AGT. Like the #1 show in the world was the first time on a stage for me, so I was pretty nervous before I went on.
Did you have a conversation with the judges? What did they have to say? Did you meet them after the performance? What did they have to say?
I did not meet them after the performance though, only on stage because I was actually the second act that came that day. So there was a lot more after me.
All right, that's brilliant. Maya, what message would you give to 11-year-olds like yourself who are, you know, who are still looking for a passion, and I'm sure it takes a lot of hard work, like you shared with us earlier, to reach to this level. So what would your message be to the youth, very young youth of India?
Well, what had gotten me here was that I kept on practicing the entire time, even though it's really hard some things, and I was very patient with it too. Because if you're trying to play something and practice something that is really difficult and you want to get it perfectly, it can take quite a long time, like even months. So you have to be very patient while you're practicing. And something really big with me was that I had a lot of motivation. I had so much motivation from many legends, as well as so many people supporting me. And I not only wanted to show them, what I was practicing, I wanted to do. Because the songs I was learning, even though they were tough, I wanted to learn those songs. And I was excited to finally learn them. So because I wanted to learn them, it was that practicing it didn't seem like took for it. The practicing did not seem like it took forever, even though it took a while, because I was just having fun with it and enjoying it the whole time. So that's what got me here. I had practice, patience, and motivation. So if you keep on practicing, be patient with it, and if you want to really do it, then anything could be possible.
So besides AGT, Maya, what is your plan going forward? Are we going to see performances across India? Are you going to come to Delhi anytime soon? This question is for myself.
Yes, well, for the West of performance, I have not really thought about that much yet. But what I do want to do in the future is to make my own music. So a bit like AGT, but much more of everything. It should be a mix of my thrash metal and Carnatic put together, as well as elements from the band Tool too. So in the future, what I want to do is create my own music. So soon, hopefully I can get to that.
I'm sure you will, Maya. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for speaking to us, and thank you so much for making the country proud at a foreign platform. And all the very best to you. Please convey my thanks to your parents as well and to your guru as well. We hope to speak to you soon again and hope to see you perform all across the world.
Oh, yes, thank you so much. You're very welcome.
Thanks, Maya. Thank you.